Why China is winning at the United Nations. In the era of intense global competition, international organizations have become a battleground for countries vying for influence and the establishment of international norms. The United Nations and its affiliated organizations have become key arenas for this competition, with nations striving to increase the number of their citizens employed within the UN system. Historically, American citizens have had relatively high levels of employment at the United Nations. A report by the U.S. Government Accountability Office over a decade ago highlighted the consistent underrepresentation of the United States across all 5 UN organizations reviewed. Unfortunately, this underrepresentation has persisted in subsequent years. In contrast, China has seen remarkable success in increasing the employment of its nationals within the UN system. The number of Chinese nationals employed by the UN rose by 85% between 2009 and 2021. Furthermore, when Chinese nationals assume leadership positions in UN organizations, China seizes the opportunity to increase the hiring of its own citizens and advance its national interests. To address the issue of American underrepresentation, Congress and successive administrations have aimed to increase awareness and support for U.S. employment in the UN through the U.S. Department of State. Efforts began with the establishment of the Office of Multilateral Competitiveness, which was later reconfigured and renamed as the Office of Multilateral Strategy and Personnel. To make progress, the State Department needs to improve its effectiveness in informing U.S. citizens about UN employment opportunities, guiding their applications, and providing ongoing support. Moving forward, the State Department should refine and expand its recruiting efforts, focusing on individuals with relevant skills and experience. Former Foreign Service officers, congressional staff focused on foreign policy, former military personnel, USAID professionals, and Peace Corps volunteers leaving service are potential candidates who should be informed about UN employment opportunities. Congress should also explore opportunities to expand the department's authority in advocating for U.S. candidates seeking UN employment, and scale up existing efforts through representational events. Recent advocacy by the State Department and senior-level administration officials in UN elections is a positive step, and members of Congress should similarly support Americans seeking leadership positions in UN organizations. While progress has been made in securing key elections at international organizations, the State Department must demonstrate a strong commitment to increasing American representation among the professional class within the United Nations. By doing so, the United States can exert its influence and ensure its values and interests are upheld in these critical global arenas. Thank you for watching. For more news about national security, follow Citizens for National Security on Facebook and YouTube.